Optimus prepares for deployment in the cargo bay of a C-5M plane. Underneath him are the docks of Shanghai. Linux informs him that the Biker Girls team, a trio of fembots integrated by Chromia, Elta1, and RC, is on pursuit and gives him an estimate before the operation draws attention from the media. They've closed large parts of the docks for contamination risk, but they also close large stretches of the streets and roads leading and connecting to them. The Biker Girls are fighting a giant transformer named Demolisher. The plan is overseen by Ironhide from a nearby overpass, and in the control room by Captain Lennox and Lieutenant Epps, and the rest of the Nest team. Optimus arrives at his deployment mark and drops from the cargo bay of the plane, employing 3 large parachutes to navigate his way down. On the ground, Skid and Mufflet set the flare for his landing. They nervously argue whether he can see them or not due to the highly polluted sky. The Autobot leader reprimands them from this and tells them to move already. Elita communicates with a officer named Sideswipe that's scouting the area around the target. He informs her that he's found the second Decepticon they've been looking for, a Cybertronian spy, Sideways. Before Elita can give him the order, the hasty Autobot jumps off his position and sets out on pursuit. The Biker Girls have trouble keeping the highly mobile monster in check. Lennox orders Ironhide to provide support to the girl. Ironhide makes radio uter sounds and pretends to mishear because he wants to go full ham. A barrage of fire announces his arrival at the scene. He jumps on the towering Constructicon and brings out a weapon that makes a transformed sound and converts into a great sword. The massive Cybertronian does a cartwheel movement that slams Ironhide into the ground. Chromia is shocked by this. The Decepticon uses this moment to hit her with full force. Sideswipe fights sideways in the street of Shanghai. The Autobot uses an acrobatic style while the Decepticon a more brutal cross-quarter method with a longsword. The enemy transforms his weapon into a whip blade and adopts a more open style with his movements. After a moment, the heroic Autobot lands a critical hit to the chest of the spy, dropping a briefcase with a set of dossiers as documentation. Sideswipe notices that this must be important. However, the Decepticon smiles mischievously. Chromia slams through the containers to the left of where Optimus and the twins are. The Demolishers begin to charge a punch with a strange red energy glowing around his arm. Optimus gives the twins a stern look and orders them to look after Chromia. They've already done enough. He climbs up top of several containers. The energy around the Demolisher's arm intensifies. Optimus charges his Ion Blaster. Skid comes in at the last minute and fires his nullifying ray at the right arm of the monster. The red energy dissipates. However, he still slams his powerful arms into the ground at the same time as Optimus fires his weapon. There's a massive shockwave of energy that sends everyone and the containers flying, more so on the left side of the large Decepticon. Dust rises from the chaos of twisted metal and burning shipments. The large Decepticon stands up, sparks flying, circuit visible, but still alive and well. He moves through what's left of the containers and sinks into the bay. Optimus searches through the broken containers. A pink hand rises. Elita appears to be alright. Ironhide and Skid gather around. Mudflap arrives with a wounded Chromia. Ironhide is taken aback and blames the twin for it, wanting to use one of their sparks to bring her back. Optimus tells him that even the greatest of warriors can fail. Ironhide responds that Les saw ones who had never been on a war. Arcee comes out of the rubble and intervenes, giving a small speech about how they are all in a part responsible for the life of each other and that this is not the time for infighting. That no matter what, strategies will sometimes not go as planned. That the enemy has a mind of their own that you cannot control or subdue. Optimus agrees with Arcee and admits that they both need proper attention. Cytozoid arrives at the scene and is surprised by the look of it. He helps Ironhide to stand and he tells his higher-ups the story of how Sidewise escaped. Ratchet arrives in a blocky trailer carrying a bunch of Cybertronian medical equipment. He checks up Chromia and gives the team some bad news. She must be put in a stasis lock to survive, which is basically a coma. Ironhide is saddened by the news. However, Cytozoid tries to cheer him up, telling him that she'll be up in the road in no time. Arcee then recalls how one time Chromia jumped from a high building to hit Shockwave right in the face, even though that really didn't do anything. The Autobots laugh and smile like a group of friends recounting past glories. The twins just stare awkwardly. Optimus orders the Autobot to transform and roll out. The group transforms. He stays behind, looking at the battlefield. Elita reassures him that everything will be alright, that she trusts Ratchet.